Hello, this is Abhilash. In this session, we are going to discuss about one of the last and important organs of governance, that is judiciary. We will understand functions, powers, qualification of judiciary. So let's start from the judiciary of India. Judiciary plays an eminent role in the working of countries across the globe. The constitutions of India came into existence on 26 January 1950. Judiciary of India has an independent judiciary, which means that other organs of the government do not hold the authority to intervene in its working. The judiciary is one of the branches of the government that interprets the law, settle disputes, and administer justice to all citizens of the country. It is also considered to be watchdog of democracy. Structures of Indian judiciary. The judiciary in India has a hierarchical structure wherein the Supreme Court stands at the top and below it at the high courts, district courts, respectively. As per the size of the country, the Indian judiciary system is a plan to cater to the requirement of the citizens of India and to serve the Indian community with the efficiency. So, Indian Constitution is a unique in its way. In this in the sessions, we will learn more about judiciary of India and its function. So let's understand the structures. Supreme Court of India. This is the one of the important and high authoritative court, where placed at the highest position in the hierarchy of Indian courts. The Supreme Court of India is led by the Chief Justice of India, with and with him are appointed 30 judges to advise the CJI. The Supreme Court of India started its operation on 28th January 1950. As per a report of the Supreme Court, the court has taken more than 24,000 judgments. The decision of the Supreme Court is binding on all other courts. It has holds the authority to transfer the judges of the high courts. Not only the judges, but the Supreme Court of India can transfer cases from one high court to another, and if needed, it can also move the cases to itself. High Court of India. The High Court of India are considered to be the second important courts. The high courts are run as per Article 141 of the Indian Constitutions. There are a total of 25 high courts in India that take care of the regional judicial system of the country, out of which Kolkata High Court is the oldest. So we have one of the oldest high court in Kolkata. High courts are confined to the jurisdiction of the state, group of states, and union territory. There are some specific areas in which only high courts have the authority to exercise the right for hearing, like cases related to company law, as is designated especially in the state or federal law. Recently, like we government has introduced Company Act in 2013. However, normally the high courts are involved in the appeals that are raised in the cases of lower courts with the right petition as confirmed in Article 226 of the Indian Constitution, and they also have the right to publish rights as and when needed. Third and last lowest court, that is the district courts of India. A district court in India is one of the lower courts that are meant to deal with the issues of a district. So it's a limited. They are mainly run by the state government appointed district judges. There are a total 672 district courts in operation all over India. depending on the factors like the number of cases, distribution of population, number of district courts that are needed to be in operation for a single district or a clubbing together different adjustment districts. Now we'll discuss functions of Judiciary of India. First, Guardian of the Constitution. The Supreme Court of India act as a guardian of the constitutions. It take it takes care of the conflicts between the center and the state, or the state and the legislature. Under the judicial review, it can state any law or act any unconstitutional if it is found to be violation any of the provision of the constitution. Second, protector of the fundamental right. Protector of the fundamental rights. The judiciary is supposed to act as a protector of the fundamental rights of the citizen of the country. It also holds the right to enforce fundamental rights by issuing rights. Administrative functions. The court has also been granted some of the administrative functions that include assigning the guardian of the minors, registering marriages, and more. Supervisory functions. The higher courts in the country also hold the responsibility to supervise the lower courts and look into their cases to ensure justice is delivered. Plus, advisory functions. By advisory functions, we mean that the judiciary of India holds the right to give its opinion on the questions of the constitutions. These are the powers of High Court and Supreme Court. Being a federal court or the Supreme Court decide disputes between two or more states or and center and the states between state to states, center and states on one side and the other side states on the other side. If any of the above mentioned disputes, the Supreme Court has the exclusive original jurisdiction. However, this jurisdiction does not apply to the following cases: a dispute that arose out of the any pre-constitution treaty, agreement, covenant, engagement, or and any other similar instruments. Any interstate water disputes, matter that refer to the Finance Commission, recovery of the damages by the state against the center, an ordinary dispute that is commercial between the center and the states, a dispute that arose out of any treaty agreement which specially provides that as the said jurisdiction does not extend to such a dispute, an adjustment of certain expenses pension between the centers and the states. Qualification appointment. The qualification that is needed to be judged in the Supreme Court of India are that he or she should be a citizen of country, he or she should have been the judge of one of the high courts of the country for at least 5 years. The president of the country shall consider him to be distinguished jurist, should have been an advocate in any one of the high courts of the country for a period of 10 years. It shall be noted that no minimum age of judge of the Supreme Court has been mentioned in Indian constitutions. So there is no minimum age limit. The qualification that is needed to be a judge in the high court of the country is that he or she should have held a judicial office in Indian territory for 10 years or have been an advocate of the high courts for a minimum period of 10 years. After that only, after qualified these points only, the one can become a judge. So, I have completed Unit 4 of Constitution of India, and here I'm concluding that we have covered all units of Constitution of India. If anyone is having doubt, they can connect with me personally we can have a one-to-one sessions as well. All the best for your exam. Your exam will start from 3rd May. I think it's postponed by 2 days. Maybe your exam will start from 5th May. All the best. Thank you. Thank you, guys.